This is where we get together every Monday and Friday to uncover what's coming up for the week or the weekend ahead. Let me adjust this just a bit. So I am looking at TikTok and YouTube. If you see me look back and forth, that is why. I promise I don't have any issues. So again, weekend Tarotscope. We want to know what's coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That way we can use this information to our benefit. We can see what potential obstacles lie ahead or what good energy we can use for our own personal awareness, evolution, all the above. Well, hey, Tara, long time no see. So, all right, what we're going to do first, we are going to boost the root chakra. And the way we do that is with this tuning fork. The tuning fork is attuned to the frequency of the root chakra. All you do is just breathe and relax, okay? Nice, deep cleansing breaths and relax. Let the tuning fork do its thing. And you just, if you want, you can focus energy on your root chakra, which is down where your bits are, and relax, okay? Here we go. I'm going to pass it between TikTok and YouTube so you both can hear. There we go. See? All right. Now, the way this works is I'm going to get our fairy blessing, which is our overall blessing for the weekend. Then we're going to use the divination book to find out what the overall tarot message is, like the overarching energy. Then y'all are going to choose the tarot deck that I use, and then I'll pull oracle as well. Okay, we get all into it, okay? But first, you guys, today my baby boy turned 18. 18 years old. I'm not ready for that. So clearly he hates me because he's trying to leave me now. But no, he's 18 years old. And that's it. They're both adults now. Makes me sad. Yeah, I know already. Ugh. Hey, Jamie. So, yeah, I'm sad today. But no, it's fine. I'm proud of him. He's a great young man, and both my boys, awesome kids. I still call them kids. So anyway, all right, let's get our fairy blessing for the weekend. Let's see what we need to know for this weekend. Okay, a blessing of Aramid. I'll read this to you. Blessing of Aramid, it is number 7. Okay, when we're looking at numerology, 7 is the number of, like, it's like the first spiritual number in numerology. It's a number of the mind. It's the one that's like, I want to know more. And it's communication with God, source energy, and spirit. Okay, I'll read this to you so you understand. The fairy gift of working with herbs, medicine, plants, and their blessings. Aramid is a shining one. One of the, I don't even know how to pronounce that, so Tuatha de Danann. Sure. And she oversees herbal healing. At this time, you have received the gift of this insightful ability, and you will be led to plants, herbs, flowers, and fruits that have healing properties. Give yourself the benefit of learning more of plants and their sacred properties, and be drawn to eat well and to supplement with vital herbs, which will enliven you and bring you closer to your own personal vision of true and beautiful health. Take the time to appreciate the world of the plants, which is truly the world of fairies themselves, and grow your own healing herb garden, and know that the more you introduce these wonders of Aramid into your world, the more blessed you will be. So what this is saying, I said it right? Good, see? What this is saying is feed your body, take care of your body, because if you don't, then guess what? We get ill. We have autoimmune diseases. Everything happens. So when we are in this winter season, I mean, come on, we just went through the holidays. January has been January, and we have a tendency to eat comfort foods and to do all of that stuff. And the body needs refreshment. The body needs something good, right? If you don't already eat good for yourself or eat well, fruits and veggies, all that, it's asking you just this weekend, start adding those into your diet. And if you have plants around your house, take care of them. If you have plants outside, make sure you're taking care of them. And it's just really tapping into nature and letting your body really guide you. Like let's say you're craving oranges. Well, your body's needing vitamin C. That's how it lets you know, right? When you're craving junk food, your body's craving sugar and all that crap. So we have to break that habit. But you'll know, like, oh, I'm craving fruit and whatnot. Well, your body is naturally telling you, hey, I need something in there. So that's why it's number 7, because 7 is that communication of, hey, this is what your body needs. This is what the grounding energy that you need. You need to talk to your plants. I have plants in my house, and I talk to them, and I touch their leaves and everything, because they are alive. Okay. So all right, let's get our overall tarot card through the divination book. I'm going to show you how to use this. If you haven't seen this before, it's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. I wrote this book for you. This gives you readings for each tarot card, direct and reverse. All of the readings are geared towards you taking your power back, okay? So you you treat it just like a tarot deck. Knock on it, okay? We're cleansing that energy off. There's instructions inside, so don't worry. You don't have to memorize this, okay? Cleanse it off. Connect to it with the energy centers in your palms. Take a nice deep breath. Let it out. We're setting our intention and our focus on the book. We're feeling into it and asking, what is our overall message for this weekend? What is our overall message for this weekend? And then you're going to intuitively turn to a page, and that's your message, okay? Oh, we got the Queen of Cups. Perfect with the blessing, okay? So these readings are written for you to do daily, but we're using this for the weekend. So I'm going to change some of the verbiage as I'm reading it. Today you drew the Queen of Cups. You may feel more sensitive today than usual, Goddess, not in a bad way, but energetically or intuitively. You may have a vivid dream or psychic download that seems all too real. Let me tell you, I had some weird dreams last night. Did any of y'all? Neptune's Neptuning. I had weird dreams last night, and I woke up to one of my kids saying "Mom," but they weren't there. So I had to check on them. But yeah, 2 significantly weird, vivid dreams last night. Anyway, pay attention to them because they are likely messages from the other side to help guide you. It's also an excellent day for divination, excellent weekend or time for divination, whether you're performing it for yourself or someone is giving you a reading or even doing energy healing. Know that the energy is right for manifestation, so keep your thoughts, words, and emotions positive. Enjoy this potent energy. So when we look at this with the blessing of, connecting to plants, eating better, the Queen of Cups is a very healing energy. She's very intuitive. She just naturally knows what she needs. Okay? So that's the overall energy. Let me move that out of the way. All right, now y'all are going to pick the tarot deck that I use. So we have 2. YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, you're going to wait until I put the poll up, and then you're going to vote in the poll, okay? So deck number 1, Wizard's Tarot, or deck number 2, the Gilded Tarot. Both great decks. So deck number 1 or deck number 2. YouTube, you can start voting. TikTok, give me 1 sec. Let me get this poll up. Okay, TikTok, you're going to vote in that little blue clipboard looking thing right there, okay? So 1 or 2. I had a weird dream. My cat got bit by a gator. Oh, wow. So 1 or 2. Like I said, both great decks. You can't go wrong, honestly. Just whatever one you're feeling more drawn to. Wizards, deck 1, or Gilded Tarot, deck 2. Our body is the vessel in which we receive healing, intuition, and guidance. Yeah, exactly. That's why we have to treat it well. Looks like ones have it so far on YouTube. Hey, Gina. How much time? We have 12 seconds left on the poll. Yeah, we in the full moon on Sunday. Is that correct, Jamie? You know what? Hey, can you go live with me, Jamie? Ooh, deck 2 got it. And it kind of tied up with YouTube. Dang. Well, with more on TikTok voting. Are you still at work? Okay, no worries. I was just going to say I can have you live now with me, but we'll try again next time. All right, so deck 2 got it. All right, let me get these shuffled for us. Oh, okay. No worries. One more. All right, so like I said, we're going to find out what is coming up for us each day this weekend. So I'm going to pull 1 card for each day, and then we'll pull Oracle, we'll get more messages. And if you have questions about things, feel free to ask them. This is a conversation. This is not just a webinar. So the more interactive you are, the better it's going to resonate for you. All right, what do we need to know for this weekend? Friday through Sunday. All right, today's energy. Ooh, we have the Chariot. We had the Chariot as the overall energy this week. So the Chariot's all about being in alignment, knowing exactly what you need to do, exactly where you need to go. If you are taking a trip, you can, what do I want to say? You can assume or expect, that's what I was thinking of. You can expect smooth traveling, okay? If you're looking to get a new vehicle, okay, that could possibly be it. If you are looking to do something to take care of your car, yeah, do that. Those are very just practical advices from the Chariot card. But all in all, the Chariot wants you to be in control here, okay? It wants you to decide what you do, where you go, and it's all through your intuition. It's all through that natural alignment. And it's not like you even have to, this isn't a card of force. This is a card of allowance. I'm allowing myself to go this way. I'm following my intuition, following my gut, and I'm making these decisions that just seem right to me. Does that make sense? So this is a great day. Also, forward movement to success. Like something unexpected could happen if you are working towards something. If you're just sitting on your butt, it's not going to happen. Okay, I'm not one of those that's going to blow smoke up your butt. You have to actually be doing something with your life in order to achieve this success. Okay, let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is all about nostalgia, right? It can be your children, spending time with your children. Maybe somebody from the past visits and you have a great conversation, you get together. Maybe you see them on social media or something like that. Maybe you're just really kind of in this energy of looking back at the past and a memory pops up. And this is going to be good memories. These are going to be good connections because it's direct. If it was in reverse, different story, right? But here, great time to really connect with your children, connect with people that you, I just heard covet, you know, like your friends that you've had for a long time. Even as we see here, your plants, like the blessing was telling us. Really connect to the earth, and it's kind of like going back to nature, going back to the foundations of how we should be connecting and living. Okay, let's look at Sunday. Sunday, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords, I think we had that. No, maybe we didn't. Maybe it was a personal reading I'm thinking of. So the Four of Swords is all about taking a break and resting. Okay, this card does keep showing up, which is why I keep thinking it's in the collective reading. But the Four of Swords wants you to take a break and wants you to rest. I mean, Sunday is supposed to be the day of rest, right? But all in all, letting the mind clear, letting the mind relax, and doing what is necessary for you. We did have it. Okay, I couldn't remember. It's supposed to snow where you live. Good day to play in the snow. Ah, see, we have ice, and that's it. And it's still melting. Okay, so yeah, Monday we had it, and then the week before that, I think it was our overall card. So it's not surprising because we are still in winter. It is a time of rest. It is a time of gestation, right? We have the full moon in Leo. Leo is a very strong energy. And we have this full moon, we're releasing things. And one of those things could be our thought patterns, because the swords, think about it this way. Now I'm getting goosebumps. So the swords, when we see the four, we think back to the three. What has come before the four? It's the three. The Three of Swords is, there's some sort of interference here. It can be heartbreak, pain, and separation, but it can also be something going on in the mind that is causing some sort of interference with your progress. So we have to bring that to a rest. We have to stop letting those thoughts interfere with our progress and gain more clarity. Have a solid foundation for where our thoughts are going, because we have to be in control of our thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? We can't let them control us. The brain is just a receptor. It is not a creator. So all it's doing is taking stuff from the past and making things up, right? So you have to dictate, am I going to let this thought continue, or do I need to squash this? Okay, because it's all about bringing the mind to a stable place, a peaceful place. Calling for 8 to 10 inches there. Oh, holy cow. We're done with snow, probably for the year, or ice, whatever, probably for the year. I don't know, but gosh. Look, Seven of Pentacles, okay? Very nature-inspired card. The Seven of Pentacles is about planting those seeds and being patient to allow things to show up the way they need to. So when we think about manifestation, a lot of people don't understand that sometimes the manifestation takes a bit to form because there are a lot of other moving pieces that need to fall in place. Everything is about frequency and timing, not time as like your watch, but frequency timing, okay? So if you're trying to bring something into your life, or you're trying to manifest something and it's not coming as quickly as you'd like, yeah, you might get frustrated, but you have to understand that there are other pieces that you cannot see that are happening behind the veil, underneath the surface, and you have to be patient. I am not a patient person, so I get the frustration, but you have to learn patience, okay? And you have to trust in the universe that, you know what? Something amazing is coming. I've planted these seeds. I'm doing what I need to do to get myself ready, and it will show up at the perfect time, at the perfect moment, okay? Universe has a lag, no joke. Okay. So yeah, Seven of Pentacles is telling you, when you take care of your garden, you will see it blossom. All right, let's see. I love how in this card, I don't know if y'all can see, I'll show YouTube right quick. See all the animals? See the cat and the mice and the frog and the butterflies? See them there? It's kind of hard to see with the reflection, but all the nature-inspired cards, which again doesn't surprise me because we have the blessing of Aramid and we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is that emotional, nurturing type of energy. She's healing. She likes to connect to all of that just as much as like the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is more, she is nature inspired, but she's a little bit more business minded. So it's going to be a good weekend. Look at that, door to personal healing and happiness. There's more nature talking about healing and happiness, and it's open. All you have to do is step through, right? It's your responsibility to do the things. Stuff doesn't just happen. It's all about your action and your expectation of what's going to happen. Okay, it is number 34. So 3, manifestation, expression, creation. 4 is bringing it down to the material world. Guess what? It's 7. 7 goes with the overall blessing that we have. See, they all love to talk to each other. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles underneath. So that's a common number we're seeing so far. And I love that card, the door to personal healing and happiness. It's wide open for you. And it's like, been here the whole time, been open the whole time. All you have to do is decide to go through it, right? My intuition wants me to start a tarot business, and I was looking at where in the world I would thrive more, and my intuition tells me Japan. Interesting. That's cool. It was the Chariot, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. That's funny that you say that about your tarot business, because I have something coming up to help people really set up their spiritual businesses and help them to get to the 6-figure mark. So keep your eyes open. We didn't get the 5 of Pentacles today. It was the Chariot, 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and then the 7 of Pentacles was underneath. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Ooh, Talisman, number 49. This is a cool card. I'm going to read it to you. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right destination. At the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. I mean, look at that. Think of all the things that you've gone through in life. Those are all lessons. They're all showing you how to make aligned decisions for yourself. We have the Chariot today. That's what I was saying. Whatever you are working towards, whatever decisions you're making are sure to be successful, but not if you're sitting on your butt expecting things to just show up, right? You have to actually take action and prepare yourself for that success. That way the universe knows, oh, okay, like they mean business. They're ready for this. And it's all in that frequency that sucks it into you. Oh, and by the way, I have a new deck that Anne sent to me. I'll use it in a little bit. It's hilarious. You're going to love it. It's kind of like the Rebel deck, but I love it. All right, what else do we need to know? Gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. It's kind of hard to read on these cards because it's behind the image. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. That's exactly what the Chariot talks about. And that's exactly what the Queen of Cups is really good at. She's really good at following her intuition, and she flows with the universe, okay? Because again, I know you've heard me say it 500,000 times, is when you trust in the universe, when you're in your alignment, then you start to open yourself up to new paths, which create new opportunities. That is the only way you're going to experience change in your life, if you start doing things differently. And you don't have to start with this huge transformation. Start small. Just do things a little bit differently day to day, and you will start to see progress. What else? So let's see. What do the Woodland Wardens have to say? We have the Boar and Pumpkin, confidence. Look at that. What is confidence? It is the belief in something. Okay? It's the belief that either you can or you can't. Either way, you're right? Because you have more confidence in that belief than you do in anything else. So the more confident in the fact that you can do something, the more you're going to see results. The more confident that it's not going to work, you're going to see those results. Okay? Where does your confidence lie? I can't remember, but I believe the last time I used this deck, we pulled the same card, because I remember talking about this before, recently. But let's see, it is number 18. So 1, you, yourself, deciding something new. 8 is power and karmic energy and financial abundance. So you make the decisions that bring you lack or abundance. Whatever you're confident in, that's what you're going to get. Okay? The Chariot card for today doesn't worry about confidence. It is confident that it is going the right direction. It is flowing with the universe. It is aligned. And that's why it meets success. And this full moon in Leo too. What do you think Leos represent? Confidence. Didn't we get the Chariot on Monday too? Yeah, it was the overall card that we got. Yep. On 1/9 we had it. Okay. Thank you. I love that y'all write these down. I take pictures and I put them in the tribe, but I don't write them down. I keep it on my phone so I can refer back to it. But yeah, speaking of confidence, the full moon in Leo. Leos represent confidence, okay? So you want to be confident in what you're releasing. You want to be confident in your realization and know that the full moons represent an ending, something coming to fruition, something coming to light. So you have to be confident in your decision that you know what is best for you. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. And it's funny this came out because I was just thinking, right, as I was shuffling, Leo rules the heart, right? And you have to follow your heart. So this says love and be loved. Or whatever. Love and let yourself be loved. Same thing. Okay? Do you even love yourself? Like, can you say that honestly? Do you love yourself? Can you say that with your whole chest? Let's do this one. Most people don't even know what love is, so they don't know if they love themselves. Exactly. Your choices reflect how much you love yourself. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Most people don't even know what love is. They don't know if they love themselves or not, and they constantly punish themselves. Eating bad foods, having bad habits, substances, addictions to people, to low vibrational stuff, lack mindset, all of that. That's not loving yourself. Came in at the right time and struggling so hard with believing good for me lately. Well, yeah, change it, because you are deserving just like anybody else. We sometimes go through, I mean, that's what the Wheel of Fortune and Tarot talks about. You know, we go in cycles. And when we're on that down cycle, God, it feels like everything is just falling apart, you know, like they say, when it rains, it pours. But you have to understand, here comes the up cycle, okay? Everything is temporary, and that way we can release it and affirm that great things are coming for me. Great things are happening right now. The universe is sending everything good my way. And you have to believe that. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that, 21, tiny triumphs. I love this. Because that's what I was saying, is you don't have to start with this grand gesture, you know. I mean, you can if you want to, but if it's overwhelming to you, then start small with your changes. Start small with shifting things to be in alignment with who you are now. Because I guarantee things that you're doing now were in alignment months ago, maybe years ago. Check to see if they're in alignment now, or are you just used to doing that? Okay? Are you afraid of letting that go because you don't know what's going to come up next? It can be scary, right? But if it's not aligning with you, it's not aligning with you. That means something else is coming. So tiny triumphs is saying you can experience little wins this weekend, okay? As long as you are deciding to make a move. You're deciding to step into this authentic vibration. Little things, they wind up building up to big things. You know, we got to do the Kipper deck. Yes, exactly, Jamie. All right, what else do we need to know? And on Sunday, there might be something that, you know, the Four of Swords can also indicate splitting up from something. Something's got to come to rest. That chapter has to close. So Sunday might be the day that you decide to close a chapter on something. And the reason being is because it needs to bring you peace. You need to find your peace. It could be maybe a relationship needs to come to, like, you need to take a break. Kind of like Ross and Rachel. Take a break so you can gather your thoughts and really find that stable thought process. So then you can decide, is this worth it or not? Look at that. Main female, number 2. And that's like the Queen of Cups as the overall energy that we have. She's being observant. She's being receptive to everything that's going on in her life. And she decides, and she's asking, what is bringing me balance? How am I loving my life? I mean, look at that rose in her hand. Where am I showing myself love? Where am I allowing myself to receive love? What decisions am I making? How am I setting myself up? She kind of reminds me of the Nine of Pentacles as well. Because she looks beautiful. She looks like she has a lavish life, and it's because she's loving herself. She's finding that inner balance so she can experience outwardly that balance. Let's get our money deck. Let's see. Yeah, it can feel that way. Jamie said the Four of Swords always feels like acceptance of what is ending or has ended. It absolutely can be. It's part of life. Because it's supposed to represent a person who has passed away, who is in like a mausoleum or something like that. And that is the acceptance of that process of life. Like rest in peace, right? All right, let's see. Ooh, look at that. Our money message, reconsider a decision. When it comes to your money, what decision do you need to reconsider? Is it that you shouldn't invest in something? Or is it that you should invest in something? What was that decision that you're going to make this weekend, or you've already made, that maybe you need to reconsider? That's interesting. I'd love to see in the comments if that resonates with you. Let's see what's underneath. Oh, that growing up one. This one keeps coming out in personal readings too. And it's telling you that you're responsible for your finances. You're responsible for everything. You have to make decisions that are going to either, well, bring you more financial abundance, or you're making decisions that are draining you. So if the reconsider a decision hasn't shown up yet, it might show up this weekend. Okay, so just make sure that everything that you're deciding is in alignment with you, what you know to be true. Okay. Ooh, look at this. We haven't pulled this one yet. Embracing. I'll read this to you because we haven't pulled this card yet. It's quite the conundrum when you think something is aligned with you, but it hasn't paid off yet. Yeah, you have to always be checking in with yourself and seeing, is this still feeling right? Is this still the right path? Does it feel like I made a mistake, or does it feel like, okay, things are just running slow? It is not always easy to decipher that. So yeah. Because sometimes when we make decisions that we feel really drawn to, but maybe we're scared to make, we will experience some sort of block. And the reason is because you have to prove to yourself that, yeah, that is the decision you want to make. That's the experience you want to have. And you have to break through that block. So it takes a lot of personal awareness and acceptance when you're trying to make a decision that is drastically different than what you're used to. Because it is sometimes very hard to decipher, is this a no, or is this just a block that I have to work through? So yeah, I had a student of mine who joined the Quantum Master Academy last year, and let me tell you, she hit roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And she was like, maybe I'm just not supposed to be in this. And I said, no, you're busting through a lack block. And let me tell you, she busted through, and it finally got her in, and she had a wonderful transformation throughout the QMA, and she found herself. She healed part of her inner child. I mean, she experienced a great transformation. Now she's working on creating her own, I think it's tarot deck. She's doing all the things. So yeah, there are times where we're just busting through a block, and you need that person there to hold space for you. And I was lucky enough to get to hold space for her, and I got to witness the breakthrough. So it's fun. Okay, so embracing Embrace all of your life, both the dark and the light. Dance with your shadow and reclaim parts of yourself that you've denied. Embrace your past and what has been hidden or denied. The soul wants you to know the path to wholeness is through accepting and embracing all parts of yourself. Every experience you've had, even the ones that you thought were bad, was important for your spiritual journey. I've been talking with students and clients about that a lot lately. What you deny in yourself can fester and even control your life. Embrace your darkness because you need every aspect of yourself in order to attain wholeness. Don't suppress your anger, bitterness, or fear to place where it can grow in the deep recesses. Don't suppress your anger, bitterness, or fear to a place where it can grow in the deep recesses of your being. Bring it to light, accept it, and love it all. Okay? Emotions are indicators. Okay? Emotions, fear, and anger are indicators that a boundary has been crossed. And we want to accept that. We want to acknowledge that. Do you want to stay in anger? No. What can you do to get yourself out of that anger? That's being in your own sovereignty, right? Not letting somebody else keep you angry or pull your strings to make you angry. You try to find where that boundary was crossed, and then you decide, okay, how can I move forward with this? How can I work through this? And just because you, just because you experienced some crappy things in the past does not mean you need to be ashamed of yourself. It doesn't mean that you need to punish yourself. You were doing the best with what you knew at that time. And that's all you can do, right? But now that you're learning through it and you learn from it, you can make different decisions that are more aligned with you. There's something up here I missed. You never considered that? Well, good. I'm glad I brought it up. All right, let's get our spirit animal. A lot of these cards are talking about the experiences that you've had in life and how you can open yourself up to this healing and this happiness. You know, a lot of people focus so much on, oh, I have to heal this, I have to heal this, I have to heal this. Yes, you do need to heal certain parts of you, but I think some people forget or get confused. I don't think they forget. I think they get confused with remembering something that happened and acknowledging and healing that thing. They think if they remember it, then they haven't healed. And so they're so focused on, I have to heal this, I have to heal this, I have to heal this. Acknowledging the situation, seeing it as it is, and loving yourself through that process of knowing that you can only do what you could do at the time, what you knew at the time, and knowing that you'll do better. There you go. Okay, it doesn't have to be where you stay in this low energy of, oh, I gotta heal this, I gotta heal this, I gotta heal this. Like, some things don't have to be harped on. Some things you can acknowledge and see it and say, you know what, not putting myself through that again, and then you move forward. Does that make sense? Let's get our spirit animal. Look at that. There's that lion for the Leo full moon. Lion, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. That's why we have the confidence card showing up. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. See? That's what I was just talking about. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. There you go. Okay? You are in the driver's seat always. You are making decisions that are either aligned or not. It's that simple. Okay? Your speed bumps that you've gone through in life, your obstacles, all of that are all lessons in how strong you are, showing you how to love yourself and how to set boundaries and open yourself up to abundance and all the good things. And that's really it in a nutshell. Okay? you are a co-creator in your life, and we have to not blame our lack on things in the past. If we blame it on the past, that means we're acknowledging that situation happened, but we're not willing to accept our personal responsibility from now on. Does that make sense? If you know a certain situation caused a certain feeling or reaction to that situation now, then you just recognize, okay, this is my block. This is my ceiling that I keep bumping into. So now I have to acknowledge it and realize that I've learned from it, I've grown from it, and now I don't have to experience that again because I trust myself. I love myself to do what's right by me. Oh, like that, yeah. The higher octave of Leo also governs humility, nobility, and royalty. Let's get our crystal for the weekend, and then I'll show you the new deck. All right. What is our crystal for this weekend? Hey, let's not yell at me. Let's take a step back and take a breath and realize that everybody goes through troubles. Everybody's gone through struggles and trauma and everything. And it is up to you to rebuild your life. I'm sorry that that happened to you, but that's not an excuse for you to stay down and punish yourself like they did to you. Don't take over their job. You stand up, dust yourself off, and get back to work, okay? What is our crystal for this weekend? Ooh, flower agate. Look how pretty. It says self-discovery, growth, and harmony. There you go. Flower agate blossoms within you, nurturing growth and encouraging you to bloom into your fullest potential. Let its gentle energy inspire you to embrace new beginnings with grace and foster the dreams that reside in your heart. Beautiful card. And perfect for this weekend. Okay? I love that. Self-discovery, that's what we were talking about here, is looking back at things that have happened and pulling your bootstraps up and moving forward. All right. It comes out a lot. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so this is the new deck. Anne said she saw it and she had to send it to me. It says inner fucking peace. I can't imagine why she thought of me when she saw that. All right, so let's see. What was our first card gonna be? Says cultivate calm on one side. Says behold the field in which I grow my fucks. Lay thine eyes upon it and see that it is barren. So no fucks to give. You just bought this deck for your friend for Christmas? That's hilarious. So there you go. That's the thing, you know, when we are still stuck in trauma or drama, we let it control us. And we're taking over the job of the person that did the damage, right? But when you stop giving a fuck about their opinion and their BS, you're free. And that's the best feeling in the world. All right, now we're going to get the Rebel deck. So if you're easily offended, I guess get over it. Okay, let's see what our message is for this weekend. I still feel like there needs to be one more for the money deck. Sorry, it keeps coming into my mind, so I'm just going to go pull one. Ask for help. Okay. If you're having financial struggles, having a hard time finding a job, whatever it may be, you ask for help. Okay? Do the right thing. Because I do feel like there's somebody in here, I guess, that needed to hear that. And that's why it kept pulling me back to that deck. It says, consider asking for help with regard to your financial problems. Look at your financial situation from a new perspective. You still have some resources remaining. Okay? All right. Exactly. All right. What is our Rebel message for this weekend? See? Some good shit's about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Can't make it up. Okay? Some good shit's about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. It knows. Because when we're stuck in negative spaces, when we're stuck in anger and all that other low vibe emotions, we will sabotage every good thing that happens in our life. Every good thing. So it's telling you, great things are coming. This is a very positive weekend. And it's telling you, don't let your shit get in the way. Okay? So, I really don't ask for help because others yell at me about it. Yeah, don't talk to them. Find a new group. So, okay. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Be on the lookout. Like I said, I have something launching this weekend, it should be. And it is for practitioners. Can't wait. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything else, everything, TikTok is linked in my bio, YouTube, it's linked down in the description. If you want to get this book that I wrote for y'all, Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess, TikTok, it's linked in my bio, YouTube, it's linked down in the description, okay? That can be your own personal tarot reading daily. Use it how you wish, all right? So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back here Monday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And if you need anything in the meantime, you can always DM me if you have questions and you need guidance on where to go, whatever. I'm here for you, okay? Love y'all. Mwah.